welcome to my first ever video, not just a Football Manager, but in general. This is a brand new channel, and I'm excited to get started. My name is Riley, and welcome. Very excited to get started. So the first series I'm wanting to do is Manchester United. I'm a huge Manchester United fan, as you can see from the wall behind me. I've been a fan for a long time, and I felt it would be very appropriate to do them as my first series on this channel. I do have a few ideas for future series on this channel, so I'm excited to let you know what those are down the road. I'm going to be putting out hopefully a few videos a week. Once I get in the hang of recording and editing, I'll have a better idea of how often and approximately when I would be putting out these videos. But yeah, I'm hoping to do at least a couple seasons as Manchester United. My goal for this series is to win the Champions League, and of course to get to the top of the EPL as well. But definitely Champions League would be a big one. So hopefully that takes 2-3 seasons. My luck, it'll probably be longer. Yeah, a big FYI, I am not a professional football manager. I like the game. I play it quite a bit, but I am definitely an amateur. So hopefully I don't get sacked, because if I do, that would be super embarrassing. But I'm going to make this as authentic as possible. So if I do, I do. So hopefully I don't, but you never know. So yeah, for the first series, Manchester United. As you can see, fresh hire. That's great. So let's move forward. So as a fan of the club in real life, I am pretty knowledgeable of the ins and outs of what has happened to the club over the last few years. Obviously the club has not been the same since Alex Ferguson left. Even the last couple of years with him weren't the same as his earlier part of his tenure, but currently we have potential. We have some good young players that could make an impact. And Ollie in real life has done pretty good with trying to get rid of some of the deadwood. There's still quite a bit of deadwood at the club, so big goal for me in this first season especially is to try to get rid of some of that deadwood, those big contracts, big wages for players that have no real impact for the club. So let's see what good old Ed Woodward has to say for the board's vision. Play attacking football, of course. Develop players using the club's youth system. Yeah, sign players under the age of 22 for the future. Okay, that's easy enough to do. Sign high reputation players. I think I know of one player that has a high reputation that we could be going after. And look at this. He's also English, so that is pretty cool. And if you haven't been following the club or football, then you probably don't know who that is, but if you're like most people, you probably know who Manchester United failed to sign this past summer. He's a player I like. I like him in the England squad, so it'd be cool to see him here at United in real life as well, but who knows if that'll ever happen. But let's not get into that. So let's see, sign English players, play entertaining football, and sign players under the age of 23 for the first team. So yeah, if I sign a certain English player who has a high reputation and definitely contribute to playing entertaining football, and he would be under the age of 23. Alright, let's create a tactic. So what I usually go for is tiki-taka. That's usually my go-to. And a 4-2-3-1 is my preferred, mostly because I like having this man up top. He is definitely the player who I want to be in the middle of all the action. Moving along here, the team report. support. So pretty typical of Manchester United. Lots of youth prospects. Brendan Williams, Ethan Laird. This is crossing, as we'll look when we look at the squad depth, we'll be able to see why that's an issue. Well, same with that. Overall depth is definitely poor. Same with marking. So we will jump over to that. So up top we have Marcus Rashford as our highest rated striker. He is fantastic, but we will most likely not be playing him up top. He is definitely better when it comes to the left wing, so he'll be starting there. Then behind him we have Ed Cavani. I wasn't a huge fan of the signing in real life, but he has definitely been an impact sub up to this point. But what worries me is definitely the 33 years old, and his contract is not great. So yeah, he definitely could be a good player. He has obviously a higher star rating compared to the rest of our strikers, but when a player is 33 years old, you never know how they're going to end up, especially in real life or in Football Manager. So behind him we have Anthony Martial. He most likely will be our starting advanced forward at 24 years old. And behind him we have Mason Greenwood. Again, the game says he prefers more compliment. What are the natural? He's accomplished on the right, so definitely that's where they think he should be playing. He'll probably jump between the right wing and striker. Yeah. Let's just jump right over to the right wing right now. As you can see, we do not have a lot of depth there. Bruno Fernandez is our top rated player there, and he will not be starting on the right wing. He will be starting as our attacking midfielder. And then after Fernandez is Marcus Rashford, Mason Greenwood, not Marcus Greenwood, Anthony Martial, Jesse Lingard, Juan Mata, and Andreas Pereira, who is on loan. So we need a right winger. We needed one this past summer. Didn't get one. We still need one. Mason Greenwood definitely could be serviceable there. He has a lot of potential. He could be an excellent right winger and striker, but I would rather have someone who's a little bit more experienced there and have Mason kind of compete with Anthony Martial and Ed Cavani up top. So we will definitely be addressing the right wing, because that is an area that we need some help. Left wing, Marcus Rashford, again Bruno Fernandez, Anthony Martial, Jesse Lingard, who's I totally forgot is still in the squad. He hasn't really played at all in real life. He's someone I'm probably going to try to move on from, mostly because he's in the last year of his contract, so if I can cash in a little bit, that would be great. Attacking midfield, I have Bruno Fernandez, Paul Pogba, Marcus Rashford, Donny van de Beek. He's the new player from Ajax. He hasn't got a lot of game time in real life, but I think we can give him some more opportunities here in game. Midfield, not a lot of great depth. We have some good players, but a few players, but not a whole lot of great depth. Obviously, Bruno Fernandez will be up top. Paul Pogba is a great player, especially in the game versus real life. Then after that, it kind of gets a little icky. So we got Fred and Scott McTominay, who I think are both great players. But I probably will be starting Donny van de Beek ahead of Scott and Fred as a box-to-box midfielder. Then behind him we have Matic. He probably won't get a lot of game time again. He's up there, 32 years old. He's expensive. If I can move on from him, that would be great. And then yeah, Jesse Lingard, Juan Mata. So Midfield depth is definitely a concern. There's not a whole lot there outside of our two best players. Then we go down to the left back position. Alex Telles. He's the player that came from Porto. Yeah, so he came from there. And oops. Here we go. And behind him is Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw is an interesting one. He's had a lot of injuries over the last few years, but I don't think we're going to hold on to him. If I can get him off the books, that'd be great, mostly because of this number, £150,000. That is a big amount of wage. Big part of the budget for a player who, well, for one thing, is only valued at that and does not get a lot of game time. So if I can move on from him, that would be something I would want. Center back's also another interesting one because we obviously have Harry Maguire. But after that, it gets kind of murky. Phil Jones is actually the second highest player, second highest center back. That is surprising. If I can move on from him as well, that would be great. Mostly because he's injury prone and he's Phil Jones. Just type Phil Jones into any GIF search and you will find why I want to move on from him. And his wage is also pretty significant, so get him off the books, that would be great. Other than that, Tuanzebe, I'd like to get some more minutes. He has good potential. Eric Bailly is a player who has good pace, but other than that, I don't know. Victor Lindelof, yeah, I'm not too sure. Again, expensive player. He does get the international experience, which is nice, but I'm not sure if I want to keep him around. And then Marcos Rojo is still there as well, but his contract is up at the end of the season. So try to get him out of there too, because again, he's an expensive player. That's part of the reason why this club has done so poorly over the last decade, is because of mismanagement of the finances. There's lots of money at the club, but it has been spent extremely poor. So if we can turn that around here, that would be fantastic. So right back we have Aaron Wambasaka. He's more of a defensive fullback, which he's a great player, and I'll probably keep him just because he's 22 years old and we have him already. But I would prefer a fullback or a wingback that's more of the attacking mindset, so we'll see. And then behind him, there's not a whole lot of depth again. These are all just center backs. Brandon Williams, I must have, let's see what the filter is. Yeah, I don't have, Brandon Williams would be someone else that he would be the primary backup. A lot of potential. It's funny because he can play on both sides, which is great, but he predominantly has been playing as a left back, even though he's right-footed, so that's kind of odd. Usually, if you're a left back, you are left-footed, or at least can play with both, but Brandon Williams is definitely more of a right-footed player. So we'll probably see him more on the right side, but he definitely will back up Telles and Luke Shaw. And then for keepers, who do we have? We have David De Gea, fantastic player, expensive player, that's for sure. There's been a lot of questions about what we're going to do with him moving forward. He's on the books for the next 3 years, making a ton of money, which is good and bad. 29 years old, he could be playing for the next decade, though, that's the thing. Outside of him, we have Dean Henderson, English, fairly recent English international. He had a very successful loan spell at Sheffield United. His stats aren't there, but he's pretty much one of the best keepers in the league last year, so I think he's someone definitely worth looking at. It would be great if he was reaching his potential and we could move on from De Gea and get him off his wage off the books. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So yeah, for the most part, it looks like the squad's not bad. We have some depth concerns at striker, right wing for sure, midfield, and center back. So kind of like all over the place. Right back to joys of being a United fan. But I think what we will address in this little bit of transfer window that we have left is the right side. We'll probably try to get a winger and maybe a center back, at least get scouting center backs. Like I said, we have depth there, but not a whole lot of reliable depth. So if we can get a defender who's better at marking and has more pace, that would be great, because Harry Maguire is tall but no pace. Lindelof, no pace. Tuansabi has a little bit of pace. Everybody, he's got pace, but that's pretty much it. So we shall see what the transfer window has to offer. Alright, so I'm going to take this opportunity to introduce myself to the squad. Harry Maguire, current captain. For the squad, I'd like to welcome you and look forward to playing under your management. Let's see, what kind of promise should I make? Strengthen in defense. I'm planning to improve the attacking situation. That is true. I will. And everyone hated that. Great. Might be alone in thinking this, but I'm not bothered about that promise. Let's see. I'll be making improvements in goal. Okay, well, let's leave it at that. I'm not sure where we'll stand. I had expected some clear promises to be made. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have played the full version on the PC a little bit more. Like I have been playing it a little bit over the last few weeks since it's come out, and I'm not, before that I wasn't used to doing all these interviews and meetings and everything, just because the touch doesn't have any of that really. Touch version of the game, and man, they could be really interesting, but I find a lot of the interviews and meetings can be kind of boring and repetitive, and sometimes you think you're saying the right thing, and then I guess it's like real life, can't make everyone happy. So let's see, win the title, we can challenge for the title, let's say that. Okay, most people are happy. Donny Van de Beek does not think that was real enough. I'm going to try. He is now insulted by me. Oh, this is a great start. This is a great start. Say I respect you. The later stages of the Champions League. Okay, people are happy with that. Cool. That is the reaction I was aiming for. Later stages of the FA Cup. Sensible target. Cool. Let's wave hand. Convincing. Pump fist. Sure. Pump fist. I finalized the code of conduct. Okay, whatever. Okay, so I think overall that actually went quite well, even though there was some pretty awkward moments. Alright. Whatever. Moving on. Alrighty, so we did it. We did what no manager, well, only Ollie, I guess, but no one has been able to do thus far for Manchester United. We have signed Jadon Sancho. Alrighty, so I have fast forward through the preseason, mostly because not a whole lot goes on during the preseason, especially at this point in a save. So I'm going to start Martial up top. Jadon Sancho will go on the left wing. Marcus Rashford picked up a knock a couple weeks ago in training, so he is unable to play. So Mason Greenwood will go on the right. Normally we'll probably go with Marcus Rashford on the left as a inside forward, but Sancho will play there and Greenwood will play on the right today. Bruno Fernandez as our attacking midfielder. Paul Pogba as our deep line playmaker. And right now it has Scott McTominay as the box-to-box midfielder. Well, what I will be playing as a box-to-box midfielder. And I'll probably leave him there for now, but look for Donny van de Beek to be playing in this spot. Maybe later as a sub, but definitely later in the season. And then I'm back for Alex Telles. Gonna play him as the complete wingback. And we have Eric Bailly. I'm surprised that Victor Lindelof wasn't put there. I'm going to actually start Victor Lindelof just because there's already a relationship there. Beside Harry Maguire. Let's put Lindelof there. And then we have Aaron Wambasaka on the right. And David De Gea in goal. And our bench looks like that for the moment. As you can see, normally it's risky, I know, but I've never had an issue so far playing Football Manager, knock on wood. But I do not have a backup goalkeeper. I'm going to go with this bench. And yeah, let's get started. Alright, okay. Arsenal's got the long throw. Wambasaka's there, passes it up to Greenwood. Mason Greenwood is running in slow motion, it looks like. But he maintains control of the ball. Perfect. Oh, there we go. Theo Lewis got away. Leno passes it up. Okay, there we go. Wambasaka again. He's been all over so far with interceptions, which is great. Willian passes it over the top, but nope. De Gea's there, clears it to Sancho, to Fernandez, to Martial. There we go, the through ball, perfect. And he tries a little cheeky little flick, but no go. I feel like if he just did a power shot, he would have done better, but whatever. I don't like that the highlight is continuing here. Corner kick, okay. No penalty, I was going to say. I saw the ref put up his little hand as if he was listening to VAR or something like that, but thank goodness the corner's taken. Greenwood clears. Who's there? Okay, highlight done. Alright, Wambasaka throws it to Fernandez. Fernandez back to Wambasaka. He crossover. Pogba hits the post. Come on. Wambasaka, okay, keeps it in. Back to Pogba. It's going to go to McTominay. McTominay to Wambasaka again. To Pogba. Here we go. The tiki-taka. The build-up is there. Now we just need a goal. Alright. Pass it in. Get it into the box. There we go. Mason Greenwood. Like I said before, our front three is not known for its heading. So, as soon as that was gently lobbed up, I knew it wasn't going anywhere. Pogba has the ball. It's a Greenwood. McTominay. Man, there is no space for anyone. It's just a lot of back and forth, but not really any movement. And Alex Telles loses the ball. But Maguire gets it back to Wambasaka. Come on. Wambasaka has been fairly decent so far. He cleared out into Alex Telles, and he boots it up to Martial, who's going to shoot and scores. Yes. First goal this season. Anthony Martial. That was perfect. And that was a nice over-the-top pass from Alex Telles, right? Yes, there it was. And Martial gets it. And there we go. Near post even. Beautiful. Alright, Thomas, David Lewis, over the top. Not too far. Oh, David. Dean Henderson would have stopped that because he's more of an attacking sweeper keeper. Like, what was De Gea doing? That was such a mistake. Such a mistake. Even Lindelof and Maguire, like, why? This feels like the real deal. This feels like what they actually do in real life. Okay, now they have another. Okay, there we go. Cleared. Sancho takes it. No through Martial. Martial's not making a run at all. Sancho just goes all the way and hits the crossbar. You gotta be kidding me. Should not be 1-1. We should be up a lot. And that went over. I would not have been happy if that went in. Pogba, do something. McTominay, Greenwood, got Martial, he's offside, onside now. Fernandez over the top to Sancho. Sancho shoots, and it should not be 1-1. I'm just going to say that. It should not be 1-1. I am not. Ugh. Yeah. What did they want me to say? Get out there and give these fans their money's worth. Pump fist for that? Sure. First, I need to change. Let's put Martial back there. Let's put him as an inside forward. And take Sancho off for Cavani. Cavani. Yeah, you can be an advanced forward today. Alright, let's get started. Tellez there to cross to Cavani. Oh, no. Lionel's there to stop it. Okay. Let's go down and demand more. We should be. Maguire heads it over. Alright, it's Greenwood, Cavani. I have no other wingers to put on. Maybe if I put Fernandez over there and I can put Van de Beek there. I like how early in this video I legit said that I would not put Fernandez on the wing that often, but gotta do what you gotta do. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't. Okay, I don't. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I'd be fine with the draw here, but there's no way that it should be what the score is. Cavani to Martial, Pogba, Williams. Okay, know what to make of this game so far. Pogba to Wambasaka, Wambasaka to McTominay, McTominay to Pogba. What's he gonna do? McTominay again, Pogba again. Oh my gosh, passing like a foot from each other. Fernandez, Wambasaka, Martial. Oh, just over. That's what we needed. We needed that. Okay, I'm going to go very attacking here. I don't want to draw this match. It's looking like it's going to be a draw. I don't want to draw this match. And, oh, great. Now they have a highlight at our end with no time left. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? Bellerin on the right side crosses it. Yang misses it. Come on, ref. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. There we go. It's all over. So, not the result I was hoping for. Alright, so I'm going to leave that video here for today. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe, do whatever you want. But more importantly, I hope you enjoyed it. That's why I'm doing this. I'm not doing this for anything other than me liking this game and wanting to play it and talk about it. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to be recording and putting out the next video as soon as possible, and that will include this match, Liverpool and Man City. I will show in that video. It's quite the beginning of the season, so let's see where it goes. But again, thank you so much and have a great day.